City of Austin finding that a beautiful garden is tough to keep growing.
That's why there's a proposal now to privatize the Zilker Botanical Garden. The garden has been groomed for more than 50 years, thanks in part to the Austin Area Garden Council, whose members are concerned they could be on their way out. KXAN's Chris Sadeghi is live at the Botanical Garden tonight with more. Chris.
Well, there are some very passionate gardeners in Austin who've really helped the Botanical Gardens become what it is by volunteering several hours to the city, but the city says it's still costing too much to keep the garden up to par, and now some of those gardeners fear that they'll be uprooted.
Because he understood how the water was going to have to flow through this garden.
Some of Austin's finest gardeners, like Donna Friedenreich, have sweat, got their hands dirty, and worked hard to build a place where everyone else can relax.
We're very active here, tens of thousands of volunteer hours.
It's a beautiful place to take pictures or take a stroll. But the city says there's even more beauty being buried beneath a budget.
It has great potential. And while we care for it the best that we can, there's many improvements that could be made that we just can't afford.
So a proposal to privatize the gardens to a company that could bring out even more beauty is on the table. But for the Austin Area Garden Council, the gardeners who've helped the garden grow for decades, that rose has thorns.
Our concern is that they would come in and say, AGC, we like you, but you're going to have to go somewhere else.
A concern that Kimberly McNeely at Parks and Rec admits is legit. She hopes if a company takes over the garden, they will share revenue with the city and keep a place for the council.
We're considering everything that all the feedback that they've given us before we complete this process.
Last year, the city started charging a small fee for those who walk through, but the revenue didn't even come close to covering the cost. The council says a garden without a gardener is like a flower without a bloom.
We are integral to the success of Zilker Botanical Garden. We've been involved with this for a long time.
And there will be a public meeting tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at City Hall to discuss this proposal. Many gardeners have already signed up on the list to speak. We're live in Central Austin. Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.